I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. One arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. With heaven's aid, I have conquered for you a huge empire, but my life was too short to achieve the conquest of the world. That task is left for you. The Yasa, also known as the Ikzasag, or Great Law, is one of Genghis Khan's most remarkable achievements and a cornerstone of his empire. It wasn't just a set of laws. It was a comprehensive code of conduct and governance that transformed disorganized, warring nomadic tribes into a unified, disciplined, military state. Here are the key aspects and principles of the Yasa. What was the Yasa? A codified system. The Yasa began as an oral tradition of wartime decrees and customary Mongol law, which was later compiled and written down. Though no full original copy survives, aims. Its primary goals were to demand absolute obedience to Genghis Khan and his successors, bind the Mongol clans together, preventing internal feuds, and promoting unity, enforce discipline within the army and the general population, establish intergenerational wealth by assuring that property remained with the heir rather than defaulting to the Khan upon death. Key laws and principles. 1. Zero tolerance for disloyalty and crime. The Yasa was famously harsh, using the death penalty to enforce loyalty and order. Adultery, theft, especially of horses, kidnapping, and lying were often punishable by death. Sorcery, witchcraft, and spying were capital offenses. Polluting water sources, a critical offense for nomads, was also a capital crime. 2. Military and meritocracy. It established the strict discipline that made the Mongol army so successful. Merit over lineage. Officers were promoted based on skill and bravery, not birth. Universal military service. All adult males were expected to serve. Strict conduct. Fleeing a battle, looting without permission, or failure to keep equipment in order were punished severely. Tithe on spoils. All spoils of war were to be inventoried and divided equally, with a portion given to the Khan. 3. Religious tolerance. In an age of religious warfare, the Yasa was revolutionary. It declared that there is only one God, creator of heaven and earth, but it proclaimed freedom of worship for all subjects, prohibiting discrimination based on religion. Clergy, priests, doctors, and those devoted to religious practice were exempt from taxes and public charges. 4. Social and customary rules. Unity. Mongols were forbidden from fighting among themselves. Respect. It commanded respect for the elderly and the poor. Hunting regulations. Hunting was prohibited during the breeding season to protect animal stocks. Butchery. It forbade the practice of cutting the throat of an animal, as practiced by Muslims, mandating that the animal's heart be squeezed to death from the inside to avoid wasting blood. The Yasa was a pragmatic code designed to govern an expanding, multi-ethnic empire and maintain the absolute authority of the Khan. The Mongol military machine, the primary engine of the empire's expansion, was its unmatched military, which succeeded through discipline, mobility, and psychological warfare. 1. Superior organization. The decimal system. Genghis Khan abolished tribal allegiances and reorganized his army based on the decimal system, which enforced loyalty to the Khan rather than to a clan. Khanate Corps. Territory Dynasty Line. Key History: Yuan Dynasty China and Mongolia. Line of Tolui. Kublai Khan. Established by Kublai Khan, focused on governing a sedentary populous society, eventually expelled by the Ming Dynasty, 1368. Ilkhanate Persia, Iran, Iraq, and Caucasus Line of Tolui. Hulagu Khan sacked Baghdad, 1258, ending the Abbasid Caliphate. Its rulers converted to Islam in the late 13th century, creating friction with other khanates. Golden Horde, Eastern Europe, Russia, Ukraine, etc. Line of Yochi, Batu Khan, ruled the Russian principalities for centuries, exacting tribute, the Tatar yoke, first to officially adopt Islam under Berke Khan. Chagatai Khanate Central, Asia Line of Chagatai the Pax Mongolica. Despite the internal wars and fragmentation, the unified Mongol rule initially created a period of relative peace and stability across Eurasia, the Pax Mongolica. This allowed for unprecedented safe travel, communication, and trade along the Silk Road, leading to a major exchange of goods, ideas, and even diseases like the Black Death between East and West.